Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Our year 4 mathematics. So, what is our topic for today? Our topic for today is called area. So, what is our lesson objective? Our lesson objective is we're going to find area of a square and rectangle. And I'm sure that you are familiar with a square and rectangle. So what is area? Area is the amount of measure or space taken up by a shape. So remember, when we talk about perimeter, we are only talking about the length outside of a shape. So if in area, we are measuring the space taken up by a shape. So we are measuring how much is inside. So here is one example of a rectangle. Okay, so imagine the rectangle have a square grid. So easier for us to count the space inside the rectangle. So again, this is length, and then B, remember what is B? B is breadth. Okay, so area of a rectangle using the number of squares of cm. So one square here is actually equal to 1 centimeter. So how are we going to find the area inside the rectangle? Okay, so we're gonna count from here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So the area of a rectangle here is actually 24 centimeter square. Don't forget this 2 here on top, which means square. So 24 centimeter square. Area we're always using centimeter square or meter square. Now, how if we find the area of a rectangle but using the formula? Okay, so remember, area of a rectangle, the formula is, I can easily find it as length times breadth. So for example here, the length is 6 cm. How do I know that it is 6 cm? Because I count the number of squares inside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 centimeter. And then what is the breadth? Let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares. So I can write it down as 4 centimeter. So length is 6 centimeter times breadth is 4 centimeter. So all I have to do is just times the 2 digits. So I have 24 centimeter squares. So if you look here, the number or answer is the same, 24 centimeter square. This one is also 24 centimeter square. Answer is the same but different method. So for today's lesson, we are going to concentrate to find the area of a rectangle by using formula, which is length times breadth. Okay, that is the formula to find area of a rectangle. So let's talk about a square. Now, what is so special about a square? Do you remember? The sides are equal. So all sides are equal. So this is 5 meter. So which means here is also 5 meter. Okay. So how do I find area of a square? By using the formula. The formula is side times side. So what is the side here? The side is 5 cm. So I can write here 5 times 5. So what is 5 times 5? The answer is 25 meter square. Why do I use meter square? Because here the unit is meter. So the area is meter square. Okay, so let's recap back and have a summary of what we are going to learn today. So the summary is area of a rectangle and square, how to find the area of a rectangle. Remember, length and breadth. So length times breadth. So for a square, all sides are equal. So the area of a square is sides times sides. So this is very important for today's lesson. We need to remember the formula to find area of a rectangle and also area of a square. So here is one example. Find the area of the rectangle below. So we know that the length is 15 centimeter and the breadth is 4 centimeter. So do you remember the formula to find the area of a rectangle? Okay, so that is actually your step number 1. Step number 1, we should write the formula of the area. So we're talking about rectangle. So the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. So I can write this down, length times breadth. So what is the length? The length is 15 centimeter. Okay, so that is your step number 2. Write the known numbers. So 15, so breadth is 4 centimeter. So next step, step number 3, we solve and show the working. So we're going to solve this problem and we're going to show the working at the side here. So 15 times 4, 5 times 4 is actually 20, so 0 here, plus 2 at the top, regrouping, okay? So 4 times 1 is 4, 4 plus 2, the answer is 6. So my final answer is 60. Is this my final answer? No, it's not. Step number 4, we have to write the unit. So what is the unit used here? Centimeter. So if an area, we should always write down centimeter square. 2 at the top. So the answer is 60 centimeter square. Next one, find the area of the square below. So this is a square. Okay, it has a side of 12 meter. So remember, for a square, all sides are equal, which means all sides is 12 meter. So area of a square, remember, our first step, always write the formula of the area. So we're talking about square. So the formula to find area of a square is side times side. Next, write the known numbers, step number 2. Okay, so known numbers, side is actually 12 meter. So 12 times 12. Next step, we solve and show the working. So let's do the working at the side here. 12 times 12. Remember, this is 2-digit by 2-digit number. So line 1, 2 times 2. The answer is 4. Next, 2 times 1. The answer is 2. We're going to move on to the next line, which is line 2. So line 2, we will times digit 1 here. So remember what's so special about line 2? We will put a special 0 here. Then we're going to times 1 and 2. So 1 times 2, the answer is 2. Next one, 1 times 1. The answer is 1. And then for line 3, we will add these two numbers together. Okay? So 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 0 is 1. So my final answer is 144. Now, is this my final answer? No. What do we must do for the next step? We have to write the unit. So this is the unit which is in meter. So I can write the unit here as meter square. So my final answer for this problem is 144 meter square.